Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stassi. Thank you so much for being here today. I have the amazing Daniel here, and I'm so excited that I get to interview him. So thank you, Daniel, so much for being on my show today.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, no, you're welcome. I remember, so I started Instagram like in January, and you were one of the first ones as well that I kind of like noticed, and I remembered your name because I really liked your name, Mylofarmer, and I was just like, I have to ask this because my girlfriend's a farmer. Are you a farmer, or does it associate to anything with farming?
No, not at all. Not at
No,
all.
not at all. Okay.
Yes, actually, the name comes from a French singer called Mylène Farmer, and it's a sort of a homage to her. I became Milo Farmer.
That is amazing. I
Yes.
never would have expected that in like 1,000 years. No, that's awesome. And we were before this, we were talking about our Sims names and stuff. And like everybody has like a very unique name to them because like this is a name that we get to choose. Cause like when we're born,
Yes,
we're given a name, right? So, but
exactly.
like with gaming, we can choose our names and choose our identity. And that's what I love about like the gaming communities. Like we can be corporate 9 to 5, but after
Hmm.
5 o'clock, we can put our cat headphones on and we can just live our alter ego. We're basically Hannah
Exactly.
Montana, business alter party at night. So, anyways, Daniel, I want to hear a little bit about your Sims history. So, when did you start playing The Sims?
I started playing The Sims in Sims 1 back in 2001. I remember that we were at school, I was 17 years old, and a friend of mine came with this CD and went like, "Oh, there's a new game for us to play. It's so cool. You can emulate real life." And I was like, "Okay, sure. Let me see what this is all about." And I found it so funny because we had these crazy objects and crazy situations and interactions that were so different from any other games. And you know, there were things that we couldn't do in real life that we could do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like meet someone in the morning, get married by sundown, and all those crazy little things that they put in the first, all those crazy situations. And I fell in love with the game. We were on dial-up, so it would take me forever to download CC. But I would spend my little time on the internet doing that, and then setting all these crazy houses and creating all these crazy storylines. And then I skipped Sims 2. I
Okay.
went directly to Sims 3. And I spent a long, long time playing Sims 3. I got the World Adventures expansion pack, as
Mm-hmm.
well as Generations, and I think it was Showtime. And all
Yeah.
these three together, they created some sort of gameplay that would make me, spend nights and nights and nights without sleeping. And for about 5 years, I didn't play the game that much
Mm-hmm.
because I was on a Mac and the game didn't run well on a Mac. And during the pandemic, I lost my job. I spent like a year and a half, not working, but that was okay. Everyone worries, oh my God, you didn't have a job. But I had resources to back me up.
Okay.
I had a small fund that kept me going, so I could eat and I could pay rent and things like this, and spend my time actually taking a vacation, playing the game. And I installed Sims 4 for the first time ever. And
Wow.
it was really complicated at first.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh my God, I cannot do anything on this game. I cannot build, I cannot play, I cannot. And I stopped. I stopped. And then about a month later, I said, let me give it another try. And then I started watching videos and tutorials and everything like this. And I really got the joys of building the game. I understood the tools that we had. And I decided to share it on Instagram. And here I am now.
And then there you are. No, that's amazing. I love an OG simmer. There's not too many of us. So I started playing in
No.
'03 with
Mhm.
like Sims 1. I played that one pretty off and on. Now I like to ask everybody who played the OG Sims this, what is your fondest memory of playing like original Sims?
My fondest memory.
Yeah.
I played the first game before we had diagonal walls.
Okay.
Before that, yes.
Yes.
There were no stairs. There was not a second floor, no diagonal walls. It was very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And my fondest memory was when we first had diagonal walls and I could build a diamond-shaped house. Everyone at school, we did not have the internet back then.
Yeah.
Everyone at school was like, how did you do this? I said, it's an update.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even, Daniel, you're bringing me back to like 03. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Cause there was no diagonal walls. Honestly, all I remember about Sims 3 is everything was always on fire. Like it was just, everything was just fire. You turned around, there was a fire.
Exactly.
Or you drowned people with ladders. Like, I think like that is literally the two things I remember. But yeah, like I can remember like building and stuff because I was always more of a builder. I didn't really care about like playing the stories or like the drama that kind of goes with the characters. I actually, this is going to sound really bad to anybody listening, so please no judgment. I actually never played with any of the pre-existing Sims. I always created my own Sims. I always created my own homes.
Yeah, me too.
Still to this day, I've never played Bella Goth's Family or the Land Grabs or any of those. Great out there I just couldn't do it. I always liked having that like that individual touch to it. But it's really interesting that you skip Sims 2 because a lot of people will swear that Sims 2 is the best. Yes. And I get it to an extent because I played a lot of Sims 2 because I think people are like compared Sims 1 to Sims 2 it's night and day. It's very, very different. So that's why I think I'm like Sims 2 stands its test of time, where like for Sims 3, that's my least game I've played. My fiance played Sims 3. That's literally, he went to university. He did teacher. He went to like teacher's college, but I swear his undergrad was playing The Sims 3. Like his friends would tell me all the time. They're like, yeah, like Stassi, like when Jason was in school, he would be like, we'd be in like geometry class, and he'd just be sitting playing The Sims. And I'm like, couples that sim together stay together. 100%. So, but like Sims 4. You're not the first person that's told me that we really got back into playing The Sims throughout COVID. I think every person I've talked to now has said almost the exact same thing. And I'm in the exact same boat. I lost my job on March 25th, 2020. We were all sent home.
Same thing here.
Same thing, right? That was the first time in my professional career that I was sent home, not because I was fired, but because I was laid off due to COVID and I didn't have to spend 18 hours a day trying to find a new job. So I live in Canada, and the day we got sent home, it was a snowstorm.
Wow.
Yeah. So that day, the snow was to our knees. So I couldn't really go outside anyways. And I was like, like I used to play, because Sims is a game I've picked up and I would put down a lot. To me, it was always a winter game because the Canadian winters are full of snow.
Are harsh.
Oh yeah, very harsh. We actually had 10 centimeters of snow this week already, and it's gone now.
Wow.
Yeah, it snowed 2 days after Halloween.
Wow.
But tomorrow is going to be 18 degrees.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Really crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. So like the weather is like this. Like I was at a wedding on Saturday and it was 15 degrees. Like I wore a strapless dress and I was not cold. But 2 days prior, I had to shovel the driveway to get to work. Welcome to Ontario's winters, everybody. It's literally any temperature. But anyways, I've lost my train of thought. Anyways, so back to Sims. It was snowing. We had a snowstorm. I literally just played The Sims. My girlfriends had also all lost their jobs. And they were like, Stassi, like, how are you, staying so calm? Because I didn't make bread. I went to school to be a pastry chef. I did that like 5 years ago. Making bread is expensive. Okay. Yes. And me and my fiance, we both didn't have jobs. We didn't have throwing around bread money. So So I was like, oh, I already own The Sims, so I'm going to play this. And then my girlfriends are like, can we play? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I shared my origin with them. And what we would do is we would have Sims off challenges. So somebody would pick a theme on Monday.
Okay.
And on Friday, we would all show our 4 creations and then it would be ranked. And then we had 2 judges and the judges would rotate. So whoever won that previous week wouldn't be able to go again. They would be a judge. And my fiance was the reoccurring judge because he just liked that. And I was just sitting there, and those were some of the fondest moments I have of remembering of COVID, where we would all like sit together and we'd be like, okay, like who's playing Sims today? Because I need to go in and I need to finish my house. And it was so much fun. Unfortunately, they got back to real life where Sims didn't fit in their calendars anymore, or anything with me. I made Sims a priority. And I think that was one of the only things that has kept me sane in the last 19 months of literally the roller coaster of the pandemic. And I think playing Sims throughout the pandemic has helped a lot of people. And it's been able, So anyways, I feel like I got on a fun tangent about me. But so you picked up The Sims again, you fell in love with it. Now I have to ask you this, and I don't mean to divide the community, but do you like Sims 4 better or do you like Sims 3 better?
They are 2 different approaches, While The Sims 3 had better gameplay, The Sims 4 has better building tools. Yes. So while I take joy in building Sims 4, I take joy in playing The Sims 3. So they are two completely different games for me. I don't build that much on Sims 3. I still play it. I still do.
Okay.
But I go in all the storylines. While I think that the storylines in Sims 4 are too shallow, I wish they were deeper. They are trying to improve that, and I take great appreciation in this.
That was my next question to you. What do you think about scenarios? Because I haven't even looked at that yet.
I haven't played the scenarios, but from what I can gather, they are pretty much like the challenges that we do to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of... Sorry, Daniel. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
No, go ahead. Oh my gosh. I'm being rude. Please go ahead.
No, don't worry. But the scenarios, I think they can be fun for those who are not on social media. The casual player, the one that doesn't have the profile, the Instagram profile, that could be useful for them because they are not aware of all these challenges. But for us who are, deep in the game, deep in the community, it's indifferent. I mean, we can do this, we can play this, or we can just skip it. It's indifferent.
No, I agree. The only thing I know about scenarios, it almost broke my game with all my mods, and I almost had a minute because I was like, why can we not just have a pack and not an update? Because the blooming kit comes out on Tuesday, and sure,
it's going to break the game again.
It's going to break the game again. I just fixed my game. I'm like Tuesday. I was like, oh, now I have to fix my game again. But anyways, I'm sorry. I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. It's a conversation. It's a conversation.
So I want to ask you this. So you're an amazing builder.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
His builds are incredible. And I would say you've gotten better as I've seen you grow your channel. What is a recipe for a good success for doing a shell challenge?
Recipes, well, if you're going to be the first one to do this, you are in the dark. You can go any direction. But if you are stepping into this challenge after some people have taken it, you can look at what they did and go the other way around.
Okay.
Let me give you the example of
yes, for sure.
The latest one that I did. I did one called Play Cool. Play Cool was the challenge that I did for Malin, from Sweden.
Yeah.
Malin Designs, yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great builder. I've always been inspired by her. And it was so fun taking part of her challenge because she gave us an impossible shell. I looked at her shell and I was like, what the hell am I going to do with this? And I rotated the thing and I looked up and down and I said, you know what? I can go Vietnamese with this. I can do a full house with, a very tall double height. Yes. Sorry, sometimes I think the word in Portuguese and then I have to translate it. I can do a double height. I can do put plants inside, not just regular plants, but actually trees inside, and change the thing. And when I looked at the other entries, no one was doing what I was doing. It was completely different, and I don't know if I'm going to win or not. The shelters are still going to happen. Mm-hmm. But I was really pleased at the result, and it was a base game only build, and that was the hardest part.
That is hard. There's nothing in the base game.
Exactly. And then you have to look at those objects and go like, what can I do with them? Mm-hmm. And the good thing is I use tool mod a lot.
Okay.
And so I can get those stuff and rotate it and turn it into something completely different. For instance, I got the Immaculate Shelf. I love that object.
Yes.
And I turn it into roofing.
I didn't even think of it to do that.
Huh. Yes. It became actually an awning that goes on top of a balcony. And I had never seen anyone doing that with the Immaculate. Yeah. And okay, so I was talking about this challenge, and mm-hmm. To conclude is look at what other people are doing and do something completely different. That way you're going to stand out.
Okay. Now, do you like to be the first one in, or do you like to wait until other people in so then you can stand out?
It depends. Sometimes I look at the shell and I know what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. There was another challenge that was a 2-story challenge that was what's under my bed.
Oh.
Yeah. And that challenge was so cool because when I looked at the setting, mm-hmm. I said, I'm going to do The Exorcist. And I was actually one of the first ones to do this challenge. So I had to recreate the bedroom of the girl. Mm-hmm. And underneath, I decided to do the Pazuzu setting that is very desert-like, and it takes place in Iran. And I said, okay, so this is going to be in a room, not in an open place.
Yeah.
So I used the objects to create this temple ruin setting. And do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was the first one to deliver this challenge. And I said, okay, maybe I am doing it wrong. Maybe I should have waited. But I'm quite pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah, no, like I see your shell challenges all the time. And I'm like, he's so creative. Like I would have never thought of that. I've been building for a long time. Like mm-hmm. a long time. My builds still look like boxes. Just boxes, just lots of boxes and sad roofs. Okay, I gotta ask you this because I still struggle with roofs sometimes to get them like exactly to the shape I like them. Mm-hmm. Do you still struggle with roofs at all, or are you a roof expert?
If I have to go really creative with the roof, I know what to do. Okay. I have that build that is the Cubist chalet. Mm-hmm. That is shaped like a diamond. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a rhombus, 2 rhombuses.
Yes.
For that one, I knew how to shape that. Okay. I mean, I struggled a bit, of course.
Oh yeah.
No one's that much of an expert, but I struggled it. And then it turned out just as I was expecting it to. Mm-hmm. But if you give me like a Victorian house, and then I have to build that roof that is very classic, that has historically some characteristics, then I struggle a lot. I'm like, okay, this is not matching that. Or then you put the roof and it's like this, and you have this slope, and you're like, okay,
I hate the slope. I hate the slope because you're just sitting there like, how do I fix this? It's been 6 hours of roofs. I'm gonna lose my brain. I'm not a roofing person.
Yeah. So basically, if you ask me, can you do a roof that is really insane and crazy and it's shaped like something else? I can do this, but do a classic one. I'm like, no. I
can't. No, that's fantastic. So Daniel, you've been a part of a ton of collabs. Every time I turn around, you're in another collab. What is it like to be in so many collabs? And correct me if I'm wrong, have you ever hosted a collab?
I hosted a very tiny small one.
A tiny small one. Okay.
Tiny small one. It was a lot with smaller rooms inside, and each person did a room. But we were 9 people.
Okay. I mean, 9 people is still a big collab.
Yeah. Because the collabs that I usually take part of are with 20 people, 30 people. They are big collabs. Mm-hmm. I'm in one now that is with 60 people. It's huge.
That is huge. I know you can't. I know you can't spoil it because they'll always be like a 3-day before tease. But any hints, it can literally anything.
I can give you just one hint. It's to raise awareness to a problem that is happening in the world.
Okay. That is a very broad hint. I will be looking out for that. And then let me know if you're like, yeah, Stassi, like this is the one. I'll be like, yeah, no, it's like, that would make sense. The reason I ask this is because I've hosted 2 collabs now. And I have participated in 3. So I've been invited to one. They're a lot of work, and they are a lot. Yes. What has been your favorite collab that you've been a part of? And you can do a top 3. I'm not cruel.
I don't have a top 3. I mean, each collab is different and special in their own way. I can give you a ballpark idea of them, as something. Let me think this.
No, please. You have my full attention till 5:00 this evening. You take your time.
Okay. So actually, the first collab that I took part of was of childhood memories.
I saw that one. I was like, oh my God. Okay. What one did you do out of the childhood memories?
Yes, that's the thing. That wasn't my childhood memory at all because it was We Bare Bears. And that cartoon came out when I was an adult already.
Yes.
Because I thought if I do one from my childhood, it will be something old that no one remembers. Mm-hmm. No one had seen it. And also because I'm not, from the United States. I'm not from Europe. My references are different. So
of course.
I thought of something more appealing to, a wider audience. And I also like the 3 bears, they are cute.
The wee
they're
bear
cute,
bears.
they're cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love, again, We Bare Bears came out when I was in my 20s. So definitely. But it's a cute Cartoon Network show. It's a cute one out there for the kids now. Because I feel like kids shows now are so different than what kids shows were when we were kids. I don't know how, I'm 28. I don't know how old you are. Are you in the same ballpark as me?
No, I am a little older than you.
Okay.
I mean, 10 years older.
Hey, that's okay. Honestly, I have talked to simmers that are in their 40s and 50s, and they've been going strong since 2000. So this is a beauty about this game. It brings all ages to life. Yes. But so you're a little older. So like, what TV shows did you grow up on versus the ones that you think? I grew up on like Hannah Montana, Sweet Lips, Zack and Cody, Blue's Clues, all those types of shows. I know it's a little bit different because again, not in, I know, cause you're in Brazil. right?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. So what was your favorite show as a kid?
I used to watch a lot of Masters of the Universe,
Okay.
He-Man, She-Ra, those
Okay.
characters. I
Um,
used to have all the collectibles as a child, I used to watch a lot of the Flintstones, the Jetsons.
okay. I love
Then,
that.
yes. And as I grew a little older, we had Clarice Explains It All. We had all that. Um, Actually, I had a lot of Nickelodeon shows here.
Okay.
Even though we did not have Nickelodeon, they were translated into Portuguese here.
Interesting. Did you have, okay, I wasn't a big Nickelodeon kid. I was always a Disney kid.
Mhm.
So like Avatar, The Last Airbender, Korra, iCarly, SpongeBob.
Yeah, all these ones were aired here through Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Yeah, but Disney was also really big here. I mean, we all know Mickey and Cinderella
Oh,
and the
yes.
Sleeping Beauty. We all know those.
Yes.
Uh, I mean, I went to the movies to watch Snow White. Not the first version, that's from
No.
1940s.
You might
The
need a
remastered
time
version.
machine.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I actually did go to the movies when The Lion King came out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was one, because I was just asking my mom this like a couple weeks ago. I was like, what was the first movie you ever took me to? She took me to see Mulan. And apparently I screamed my head off the entire time. I will say this to my defense. Mulan is my favorite movie. I watch it all the time.
Okay.
The Huns are scary. I don't care
Yeah.
what age you are. They're scary. And I was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can be a little traumatizing for a child.
Yes, no, absolutely. What was the first movie you went to?
I went to, I don't remember the name in English, the Roger Rabbit one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, that was the first one I went to.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Oh, come on.
I know. Okay. I get that look because I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies, but there are certain movies I've never gotten around to. Now that it's on Disney Plus, it's on my when I'm gonna get fat this winter list where I just want to sit and watch Netflix. That is on my list that I'm gonna watch because everyone's like,
oh, you should.
They're like, how have you not watched this movie? You watch like every bougie movie out there, but you can't watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid because it was too sexualized, is what my mom told me.
Yeah.
But she now knows this, but I used to watch Family Guy, South Park, and The Simpsons in my room. I would be like, because she'd be like, oh, like, good night, more kisses. And I'd be like, can I just watch like 20 minutes of TV? And she's like, absolutely, just turn a timer on. And I would go to, for us in Canada, it was Teletoon. We only got Cartoon Network here maybe about 5 years ago. It's always been Teletoon. Okay. So Teletoon After Dark. And that's when you would like Family Guy and all those shows would be on it. I would watch Family Guy. And my parents are divorced. They've been divorced since 1997. It's been a long time. So I used to be like, well, my dad lets me watch Family Guy. And Mom would be like, she does? He's like, yeah. So it's like, I can watch it here, right? And she'd watch it with me, but she'd let me watch it because I think she kind of realized that the humor was so over my head at like 6 or 7 that it didn't matter. But yeah, it's like there was a couple of things that was like a no-go. So Who Framed Roger Rabbit was a no-go. The Land Before Time was a no-go. I don't know why. It was a kid's movie, but she just didn't like it. I wasn't allowed to watch any Jim Carrey movie. These are very odd ones. And it wasn't allowed to watch Back to the Future. But everything else was fine. Just that was I asked my mom, like, why Land Before Time? It was a kid. She's like, I couldn't wrap my mind around talking dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's odd.
Oh, my mom is very odd. She's convinced she can drown in the shower. I kid you not.
Okay.
And anyways, Mom, I know you listen to these and I love you, but she also does not turn left. When she's driving, she won't turn left. She'll take 3 rights to make sure she can go left. My mom was an odd duck, that one. But
Yeah, I can see that.
anyways, no, I see. I like talking about childhood memories because we can all come together, even if we didn't watch the same things, we can all appreciate our generations of what we watched. So
yeah.
Anyways, back to sim stuff. Now I like to ask this question to builders. Do you like CC? Yes or no? And did you always start with CC or did you grow to love CC with time?
I've been using CC since Sims 1, as I told you in the beginning.
Yes.
I would spend like 2 hours to download a small piece of furniture because we were on dial-up.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to CC.
Okay.
I actually enjoy it. It adds up to the game. I am not in a position where I can pay everyone right now and support everyone. So I download what they give us for free, which I'm very, very thankful. I mean, so many amazing and incredible creators we have out there who create add-ons that we really don't have in the game.
Yes.
I just downloaded a kitchen that is all mirrored. I downloaded a living room that is in Gothic style. And these things are not in any of the packs.
No.
We cannot use them in the gallery because it flags CC and the build is not that seen.
Yeah.
So right now on Instagram, I just uploaded a full-blown CC build.
Yes.
I just did that.
Yeah, I saw that this morning as I was getting ready. I was like, this is gorgeous.
Yes. And these things are not available for us. I mean, they are, but not officially.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not opposed. I like doing this. I don't do this all the time. But, it's good to change how we play the game. It's good to change how we build. Go different styles and do different things.
No, I absolutely agree with you, Daniel. I'll never be an EA game changer because I bash EA more than I can, say anything. Again, their business, I get it. But like their packs, their kits are very expensive. It was pointed out to me very early on that playing The Sims is an extreme luxury. There's no other game out there that costs like $500 to $600 to have all the content.
Yes, exactly.
And I stand by this, that the Sims community makes the game. Without a doubt. Yeah. Like even like the CC community, like I had to find CC like dog paw prints. Cause I'm just for like a story and stuff, like, or an apple picking pose or like eyelashes, eyebrow, bracelets, rings. Like there is CC for everything. And if you have thought of it, someone has already created it. And I love that about CC creators. And Dana, I do agree with you. I have like 1 or 2 Patreons that I support because I need them because I do a Sim story and you need poses to do a Sim story. Like there's no way you can do it. I did for the first 10 chapters without poses. I will never do that again. But I love when they give out free stuff. It warms my heart, like, cause they made that as we started off this call, we're professionals. We can spend 5 to 10 minutes doing this like that makes my day. That's what they like to do is build CC. And I think that's what I like about the community, that it's such a big umbrella. You have just CC creators, you have YouTube creators, you've got storytellers, you've got creative Sims, you've got builds, you've got so much more. And then you just have followers, right? The people just like, I just want to follow you. So like, I think that's what I love. It's such a universal umbrella that everybody can feel like they fit in. And I feel like some communities it's not everybody fits in. And I think what I love about this community is we're all so helpful to one another. Yes. So when I started doing YouTube videos, I needed reshades. I didn't know what reshades were, how they worked, literally anything. So I messaged the first 10 people I saw on Instagram that were using them because you can tell. Okay. Like I went to school to be a graphic designer and I was sitting looking at all these and I was like, how is everybody here a graphic designer? Like, I don't get it. And I'm like, oh, they're using reshades. Makes sense. Yeah. So they're like, hey, Stassi, here's the reshades I use. Here's the links. Here's everything. And I'm like, if this was any other community, they'd be like, oh, go pound salt.
They'd be keeping this to themselves.
They'd be keeping them to themselves. I've had people reach out to me because I always advocate if anyone wants to use any of my CC, give me a week because I don't organize it, but I will find it for you. or I've shared my anyone who's using Photoshop, some of my my presets. Like if you want a preset, there you go. I'll get it to you. Because like I've had a lot of people have helped me. The least I can do is help other people. Or
yes.
What I actually do is I give people marketing advice for Instagram. I've done that a lot. A lot of people have reached out to me and are like, you haven't been here a year and you're over 3,000 followers and they seem legit. What's your secret? My secret is I don't sleep.
I spend day and night.
I spend day and night. The advice is know your audience and know where they are and know what they like. Yeah. Exactly. My audience is in the UK. 80% of them are in the UK. So they go to bed when I am awake. And when I go to bed, they're getting up.
Yeah.
And I dedicate all of my resources to UK audiences because that's where they all are. So, but yeah, like again, like the community is so amazing. And I just love the Sims community. I love, again, the CC creators, you guys make the game. Pose creators, you make the game. Builders, you guys make the game. Like, oh my God, some of your builds, like, I'm like, I don't even know how you guys did that. I want to ask you this because I bitch about builds all the time now. Because I used to be, I'm a builder. I've 100% switched to Create a Sims because it takes less time. How long do you think it takes you to start a build from start to finish? And yeah, no, I was gonna add something else, but it flew away like a dandelion in the wind. I totally forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, so how long does it take for you to finish a build? From like, again, do you walk in with a plan, or is it just what you feel like?
Yeah, no, I usually have a plan before I start building. I mean, I like to follow floor plans in general. I like to do that. Sometimes, I don't follow the exterior, but just, how the rooms are organized.
Yep.
So that is very, very helpful when you are building. Because if you want to freestyle, I'm going to do this, and that, you can get lost like this.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say that I'm working on a smaller lot, like a 30 by 20. In my case, it will take me about 2 to 3 days to finish a build. I don't work 24/7, but I dedicate 3 to 4 hours a day. So let's say 12 hours in general, 3 days. But if I am working on a 64 by 64 lot, it can take me up to 2 weeks to finish the build. My current one, which I finished yesterday, it took me an entire week. It was a 4-story build in a 40 by 30 lot. So yeah, an entire week dedicating 3 to 4 hours a day. But the result is really different from anything that I've ever done. I mean, it's something that you would never expect from me.
Okay. No, I like that. Like at this point, I just like to build rooms because at least I can get those under 8 hours. But no, I think I want to bring this to the table. Like builders take a long time to build those. A long time to build those builds. It is not like a 3-hour process. No, because like people will see speed builds and people don't understand like that's sped up to 800 to 900% the speed.
Yeah.
So you're not sitting there for 20 hours watching, do I pick this lamp or this lamp?
That one.
Or that one. But I like that lamp, but I like the other lamp's color. And that's it. Oh, I am the worst. Now, I want to ask you this. What room do you always start with when you build?
I usually start either by the kitchen or by the living room.
Okay.
One of these two, usually.
Okay.
In my country, we say that the kitchen is the heart of the house. That's the saying that we have here.
Yes.
And, when I get to my family memories, I remember my grandparents' house where we would wake up on a Sunday and everyone would be around the table.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a huge table. It was a table for 4 people. So it was insane having 10 people inside that kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
But, everyone around the table, 4 people sitting, all the others standing up, sipping coffee and eating bread and talking. I have fond memories of the kitchen of any house, and so that's why I choose to start by the kitchen.
Okay.
But at the same time, the living room can also dictate the whole mood for the house.
Yes.
You start decorating it and you go like, okay, this is the style I'm going for. So the whole house has to follow this. And that's why I will set the mood through the living room, or, the kitchen is going to be the starting point. And then, the kitchen's fancy, the house is going to be fancy. The kitchen is simple, the house is going to be simple. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. And Daniel, you said something that resonates with me. The kitchen is the heart of the home. Yeah. Absolutely. I always start with my kitchens. I went to school to be a chef. I've always loved cooking. I will always love cooking. Every family issue I've ever had, or anytime we need to have a conversation, or every birthday, everything was around our 6-person table. Mm-hmm. And this was when my dad and my stepmom didn't have a lot of money, and there was a lot of us, and we would fit like 10 people at a table for 6 every Sunday. Yeah. You did not miss Sunday dinner. I could be mad at my stepsister. We didn't miss Sunday dinner. That was just something that to me, is so important. And I will continue to raise, when I have children, to raise them that way, that we sit and we have dinner together and we have hard conversations, good conversations, sad conversations. It's always around the kitchen, because I think food can make a situation better and it brings people together. And it's something that we all love. And it's something that no matter what culture you're in, it's something that you can bring another culture's food together and you can sit and enjoy their culture. Yeah. And I love that about, food and cooking and all that stuff. So,
yeah.
What's your room that you least like to make?
I don't like to do the smaller ones, like lavabos or laundry rooms.
Yeah.
I do them, but not my favorite. I mean, they have to be there. I am trying to get better at working with children's rooms.
Okay.
Because I don't have children. I don't have this reference in my life. I am an only child. So, I don't have nephews. I don't have smaller cousins. So children's room has never been, in my mind, in any place of it. So I try to look at references and see what the game offers so we can build that. So like I said, it's not my least favorite, but it's the hardest one for me.
I totally get it. It's hard. Anytime I got to make a child's room, honestly, I use the $12,000 princess bed or whatever. So I put that in. I put a desk. I put the most expensive computer, because I honestly, I don't build with a budget. I know I put out a video today that I did a $25K house. That was it. Super nice for $25K. Yeah. I just spent $25K on computers, usually computers and TV. I no budget in any of my stuff. But and then I'm a poster, I guess. Cause kids these days, I have my mom and my dad, I was an only child, but my dad remarried and I had a stepsister and a stepbrother. My stepsister's 13 years older than me. My stepbrother's 15 years older than me. So we've always had this really huge age gap between us. And I'm closer with their kids because I'm closer to their age. But their rooms are just small adult rooms, just because that's just, it's small bed, desk, TV thing, dresser, done. And that's how I do it. But I feel like I want to get better, especially with kid rooms, to kind of bring that personality in, because every kid's room is different. And exactly. I definitely think the CC helps with kids rooms. I definitely think I don't know about you, but I don't have the Sims stuff pack or the kids' room stuff? Because I don't know. Do you have all the packs for The Sims?
I do.
You
I
do?
do.
Okay.
Yeah. But let me just say this: the stuff packs. I think that they leave us wishing for more.
Yes.
Yes, the toddler pack, I use only 2 items from it. The other ones, I just don't see why or where or when to use them. They are. I feel like they don't match anything else.
No, I agree with you. Yep. Stuff packs to me are just kind of like, I don't know if they put the price up. They're now $15 for me, like 15 Canadian. I was like, these used to be 12. I remember they used to be $12.99. Now they're $14.99. EA knows what they're doing. I mean, I'll give them that. But like I have all the expansions because I buy them when they're 50% off. I have all of the game packs besides Star Wars.
Oh my God, I love that one.
What? You're the first person to admit that.
It's amazing. For building, it's amazing.
No, I don't have it. Because
Daniel, really, I don't play it. I mean, I don't actually do gameplay.
Daniel,
but for building, it's got the most beautiful objects ever.
You've got 30 seconds. I want an elevator pitch. Why is Star Wars hack amazing for building? What is in there that makes it so good?
It's so Middle Eastern-like and very technological and very steampunk. Okay. You can mix it with industrial stuff. It's got these metal textures that are so beautiful, and the stones, and even the fabrics. The fabrics, they are good in the pack, and they can go with anything, any style. Okay. So you just have to choose the right objects. But I mean, it's very versatile, and I can use it on any build that I use.
You sold
30
me.
seconds.
30 seconds. Look at that, kids. 30-second elevator pitch. I love this. To reward your pitch, I will buy it, but I want it to be more on sale than 20% off.
Yeah.
Because it's like, to me, that's still that's a $20 bill. $20 bill to me can get me fruits and veggies for the week, right?
Of course.
So I just want them. I just want that pack. Like I want I think it's like twice a year that those packs will go to 50% off, and I will buy them all up.
This one is usually more expensive than the others.
Yeah, this one's $29 to start.
Yeah.
Just like Dream Decor. That one was $29 as well.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks, EA. And then for stuff packs, I have all of them besides the toddlers, the kids' room, and fitness. All the rest of them I have. I don't use them really ever. I mean, I could use them and not realize I use them. I'm a fiend for that. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know I used this pack. I don't think I really need those 3 packs. They are not going to put anything to my gameplay that I can't find with CC. Right. I want to ask your opinion. So you have all the packs, but do you also have all the kits?
I have the kits. I don't have all of them.
Okay.
I don't have all of the kits because I don't do CAS.
Oh, okay.
So I recently won a challenge, which I was awarded with one of the kits.
Okay.
The CAS kits.
Yep.
But I don't have the other one, the Indian one. I forgot the name.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I have the Korea one.
Oh, the new one. Yeah, it's like Korean airport fashion.
It's
in Mumbai. That's the Mumbai.
Yeah, the other one, the Mumbai one, I don't have.
The Mumbai one you don't have, okay.
But I don't miss it. I mean, I don't use the clothes. It doesn't come with any building objects, so for me, it's indifferent. But the kits, the building ones, I love the Courtyard Oasis.
Okay.
Although I find it limited.
Yep.
You can only use it on builds that match that aesthetics. It's hard to use on other builds. The Industrial Loft Kit one, I bought it the day it came out because I love industrial builds.
Okay.
I mean, it's a given. And the other ones, I bought them. The Country Kitchen by
Country Kitchen, vacuuming. And
Oh, I hate that one. Sorry. I mean, that was supposed to be a gameplay kit, but it's got so many bugs that it's impossible to use it.
I will never buy it because I don't vacuum in real life. And if I make my Sims vacuum, that's a level I don't know if I can ever commit to. I saw that EA was trying to get Dyson Vacuum to be a sponsor for the vacuum kit, and Dyson wouldn't do it. I was just like, that's a thing now. Like, I think we're going to start seeing like way more of that with a lot of EA stuff, as they're going to try to do partnerships. So when it comes to kits, I bash kits like left, right, and center. They're very expensive for what they are. The newer kits are better. I will say that because they actually have more than like 6 things. But the first 3 kits that came out, they had like 5, like the vacuum kit has 5 things, I think, 3 vacuums and something like that. All of my clothes I wear for any of my Sims is all CC. I don't use anything EA anymore. And so the 90s workout kit or 80s workout kit was just nothing for me. The only kit I have is Country Kitchen, because I was one of those simmers screaming out at EA that I want a farm pack. And I bought that before I knew cottage living was going to be a thing. And honestly, I was really kind of disappointed a little bit with cottage living. Believe me, cottage living is my favorite expansion pack. But the kitchen build items were just reskins from the Country Kitchen. And I was just like, oh, and like the thing is like, so the flower, we talked about the bloom pack comes out on Tuesday.
I'm sorry, just a second.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to turn around just a little bit.
Yeah. There you go. Worked out.
Okay. No, that's because someone was going to pass behind me. Yeah, that's okay.
You're way more professional than me. I did an interview yesterday and my mother-in-law was just like walking behind me. I was just like, whatever. That made me laugh. The bloom kit, I was looking at the items. A lot of it was already there in the hidden live objects and edit live objects. It was already there. I'm like, oh my God, EA, you just reshaded a bunch of stuff and put an $8 bow on it. Get out of here. Get out of here, EA. But
at the same time, I'm not that mad at them for doing this because, we are hardcore players. We use all the passwords and cheats and codes and all of this. But when I think about the regular player, the casual player, they don't know all this. And for them, it's quicker and easier to just buy that and use it rather than look up the
code,
passwords, the codes, and enter them, and then look through that huge list of debug items.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean?
I do. And it's also meant for console players.
Yeah,
I've had console players be like, "Saucy, you need to calm down. Kits are for us." Like, you are absolutely correct to that saying, because they don't have CC. I don't know. I don't think I could play. Okay. I'm going to say this personally. I could not play The Sims if I could not use cheats or mods. Could you do the same
thing?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same.
I mean, I use all the mods possible for building.
Yeah.
To make our lives better.
Absolutely. Not only to make but make it easier. Like, absolutely. Well, I think I got a couple more questions for you, and then I'm going to let you go on your way because you got a full day ahead of you. I'm going to sit on the couch today and do nothing. And I'm so excited. I've literally been traveling for the last like 9 weekends in a row. Either I'm going somewhere or someone's coming here, so my fiance is a huge football fan, like American, both football and American football.
Okay.
And where I'm like, I'm actually excited to watch American football today. I never thought I'd actually say those words. American football and Formula One. So excited. But anyways, so what advice would you give to a builder wanting to start off?
What advice? Well, the first thing is you should have references. I mean, you can look up on Pinterest or Art Daily or, even what other builders are doing. But you should have reference. You should have a repertoire. That is often a good starting point. You cannot just open the game and go like, okay, I'm going to build something, and then you build 4 walls and call it a day. If you want to be better at this, you have to know styles and materials and things like this, things that can be inside your head, and you can put it on the game, on the build that you're making. I mean, that's the first advice I can give you. The second one is, don't be afraid to talk to other builders. Don't. You can get really useful advice from them. I mean, when I started off, I had like 10 followers, and I was not afraid to talk to the ones who had 2,000, 3,000, and ask them for advice. How did you do this? How did you do that? Where is that piece of furniture from? What pack is that from? That opened up a whole palette of things that I could do. Just them talking to me. Oh, this thing is done this is done like that. I mean, Kate Emerald, I always use her as a reference, and we all do. She helped me a lot in the beginning, and now I talk to her sometimes, casually, and it's crazy to think about that. When I was completely unknown, she was helpful, and that didn't change after I got more people following me.
No, I love that. She's super nice. We've not we've crossed paths a couple of times, but we haven't really done this yet. But I love doing this summer. It's like I'm very close to a lot of machinima creators, because I'm now taking the voice acting method down because currency. Good. Yeah, but no, I definitely think that talking to simmers are very early on, because they know what they're doing and you're just starting off, and everyone's here to help you. Now, you've stated in this that you use floor plans. Where do you find your floor plans?
There's this website called Art Daily.
Okay.
On which they show you the whole house, and usually the last 2 to 3 images on the gallery of the specific house is a floor plan. So usually when I see something that I kind of like, I look at the floor plan. And if I look at this and then say, I can do something better, or I can actually do a reel to sim, I use that.
Okay.
Yeah. And sometimes also on Pinterest, if you look up style, let's say Victorian floor plan, it gives you a lot of these images.
Yes. Anybody listening, Pinterest is your best friend. Absolutely. I use that to find my CC. I use that to find floor plans. I use that to find photos for inspiration for stuff, because I'll be like, cozy living room, Christmas themed. And I'll see 20 of them. And I'm like, I like that one. I'm going to recreate that one. That's perfect. So
exactly.
Pinterest is your friend. I don't like Pinterest in real life, but Pinterest is your friend for The Sims.
Yes.
Well, anyways, Daniel, I'd like to say it's been an absolute pleasure. And I want everyone listening to know where to find your work.
Well, you can find my work both on Twitter and mainly on Instagram at Mylofarmer.
I love it.
Mylo Farmer.
Perfect. You don't have a YouTube channel, right?
No, I don't.
Are you going to start a YouTube channel?
A lot of people ask me that, but my building process is not very speed build friendly. Maybe I can do some tours, but speed builds are definitely not in my plans right now.
Yeah. Hey, Godspeed to you, man. YouTube is its own job. This morning I was I'm doing a bunch of CC build. Oh my gosh, create a sim videos right now, and I was just trying to render it before our call, and it was just giving me issues, and I was like, why do I do this again? But YouTube is a lot. You have to post 3 times a week, be really relevant with all your stuff, and be different than every other simmer out there trying to get the same views.
Yes, and also the editing process is insane.
Oh
yeah. So it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I'm not the best at editing, which anyone who's watched my videos absolutely tell. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot of work. When you're ready, go for it.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. I can give you marketing advice on when to post. And if come down to any other editing, got to find the next person. To be fair, I haven't reached out to a couple people being like, can you help me? Because I don't know how to do this or this isn't working. And they're like, yeah, for sure, Stassi. You just got to press this button. You're good to go. I just learned that there was a how to remove like car sounds from the back of your video. There's an actual like preset for that. I was like, what? Because so I live in suburbia hell. Right. I live in like there's 20 houses like either side of me and 20 houses on the back. So we live in a young professional neighborhood / young family. But you'll have the 16-year-olds racing their dad's car at any point of the day down our road. So it's like Fast and Furious out there. You'll just hear like, and I'm like, how to remove that sound from the background? And now I know how to do it, but it took time. So YouTube, it's a lot of work. But anyways, Daniel, I want to say it's been an absolute pleasure. I've seen you grow a lot this year. I'm very excited to see what the future has in store for you. I know it's going to be very bright. I'm excited to see all your collabs and all your builds. You are an amazing builder and you're an amazing part of this community. And thank you for just being awesome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for the opportunity. Thank you for giving me this space to talk and to exchange ideas. It's been really a pleasure talking to you. And, I've been following you for some time as well. And it's great to finally being able to see the person behind the profile.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I created this. Because I was like, you know what? Like, we're all people, right? We're all people at the end of the day. And
there's someone behind there.
Yeah. We're people kids. And we just want, I just like talking to people. Honestly, I like to open up a conversation and I want to give everybody a platform so they can share their story. I don't care if you have 5 followers or 1 million followers. I don't really care. I just want everyone to have that platform. And like I said, I've Instagram stalked you for the first little bit. I was like, his build is so good. And now your builds are even better. And I'm like, I don't know if I could ever catch up to my building level because I'm a little lazy. But I'll make up with it in personality.
Okay.
Anyways, Daniel, it's been an absolute pleasure. Please go check out his channels. The links are going to be below. Again, an amazing part of the community. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You are very, very welcome.